Hello, students. I just wanted to talk about this question that you had in your classwork about lack of vitamin C in the diet. I asked you also to name the nutritional deficiency, the name for the disease of deficiency of vitamin C. So, what you should have said was the connective tissues would be weak. They couldn't do their job if they don't have the collagen. We know connective tissues have a lot of these collagen fibers, and it makes the tissues strong. So something about weakness in the connective tissues, or that they couldn't do their job. And the name of this vitamin C deficiency is usually we call it scurvy. So I just wanted to say some things about scurvy. First of all, we look at the Wikipedia page and we see symptoms including weakness at first, and then eventually decreased red blood cells, gum disease, bleeding from the skin, poor wound healing, personality changes, and eventually death. One thing I want to point out here is this. Another name for scurvy is this word scorbutus. So that will become relevant in a minute. I'll say something about that. But so scorbutus, also another word for scurvy. And you see symptoms here that are separate from just collagen. Vitamin C is important for collagen, but also other things like neurotransmitters. So you see, besides the body disintegrating, you see personality changes and other problems. So vitamin C is important for collagen, but it's also important for other things. Some illustrations. You see the sort of terrible, like rotting flesh and teeth falling out. A description from the year 1217. Soldiers with violent pains in the feet and ankles, their gums swollen, teeth loose and useless. Their hips and shin bones first turn black and putrefied. And finally, their suffering ends and they die. If you look for pictures of scurvy, you'll see lots of terrible, disgusting photos and things. I try to keep that to a minimum here on my presentation, but you can find lots of gross pictures of scurvy if you want to. The history, for a long time, it was known that if people went out on long voyages, overseas voyages, that a lot of people would die. Like, you would expect like half of your people to die if you go out on these long voyages. And you picture like pirate ships and whatever was going on in the seas and all throughout history up until they discovered the cure, which is citrus fruits. And because if you go on a long sea journey, you can't bring all different kinds of food. The food would go bad. So, but citrus fruits, turns out, you can store them for a long period, and they're loaded with vitamin C. So this was discovered in 1795. Now, the British Navy was very powerful around the world. There was this famous saying that the sun never sets on the British Empire. So because they had colonies all around the world, and somewhere there was a British colony in daylight, no matter what, and every time of day. So anyway, the British soldiers became known as limeys because of their citrus habits. They were required to have a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice every day. And this is, to this day, it's like, I guess, a derogatory term for British people to call them limeys. I don't know how offended they would be, but that's the story of why the British are called limeys, because their navy was around the world and they were known for their citrus fruits. Vitamin C itself was not discovered until 1912. So they knew the citrus fruits would cure scurvy. They didn't understand about the vitamin C until later. So I said the name for scurvy was scorbutus. The name for vitamin C is ascorbic acid. That word meaning that it is, against scurvy. It was named for it being against scurvy. By the way, vitamins being named A, B, C, D, E, that was just the order that they were discovered. So vitamin A was discovered first, then B, then C. That's just like the history of it. That's about all I want to say about scurvy. Some people have fond memories of the SpongeBob movie, so let's just listen to that a little bit.
Our gums are black, our teeth are falling out. We got spots on our back, so give it up and shout. We got scurvy, we need some vitamin C. We got scurvy, we need...
Okay, so that's awkward for me to sit there through the whole song, but you can look it up if you want to relive the Scurvy song. But notice the lyrics. That's some of the basic facts are there: vitamin C, lemons, teeth falling out, spots on the skin, and so on. So, all right, that's it for that video.